Have you ever seen this diagram? These are the 6 forms of communication that occur at any one moment in time, whatever you're doing. And if you've not seen it, just take a moment to follow what I'm going to share with you now, because it's incredibly powerful. And I genuinely believe that if you understand this, you can actually self-reflect and use this in any area of your life. So I'm just going to I'm going to spin the wheel and imagine we stop at desire. But the truth is, even as I'm speaking to you right now, you will be processing in one of these forms of communication. For example, you might say, is that true? Which means you're asking a question. Or you might say, actually, this makes sense. That would be a statement. So the reality is, if you understand this model, which, by the way, I first published this in my book in 2011 called Turning Point, and I'm just writing about it in my current newsletter. So if you're not on the newsletters, you can have a look up in my bio and you'll see a link there. And I want to take the moment, which is desire. So you have a desire to do something. Watch what happens. The desire is often an internal communication from an external observation. So you see something, maybe you're looking on the computer or you're looking on TikTok, and you just say to yourself, that's amazing. I want a piece of that. I want to build a business. I want to create a product. I want to go off and do drop shipping, or whatever it is for you is your passion, that desire at that moment. As you venture into that space and start to look at what you need to do to achieve that desire, more often than not, obstacles come up, blocks come up, and we develop a fear. And the fear is typically a fear of something that's going to stop you achieving that desire. It could be, I'm not capable of getting on camera. I'm not very good at selling myself, selling products. I'm not good at presenting myself. I don't know where to start. Any one of those things essentially represent a fear, but they're manifested by internal communication. So you may jump to external communication. You might say, fuck, I can't do that. But that's come from you thinking and internally dialoguing it first. So the desire comes first. The block, which often is manifested as a fear, comes second. Then the internal communication steps in, and you've got to be aware of that and self-reflect. If I'm doing one-to-one coaching with people, I'll talk to them, ask them questions, and I'm literally watching for the wheel to spin and seeing which block comes up. Then we can home in on that. So the next one, of course, after internal communication becomes this external communication. Oh, why is it I'm never able to do this? Or you're talking to friends telling them, yeah, I was looking at that idea, but I just don't think I can do it. So it becomes an external communication. And that external communication is in the form of a statement most of the time. So our statements, and this is worth making a note of, are a reflection of our beliefs. So you can only make a statement if you believe something. I believe that diet is great for my vibrancy. I believe drinking green juice is good for me. I believe going on a date is going to make me feel happy. I believe I'm not a very good communicator. These are all beliefs, limiting or empowering. So statements are a reflection of our beliefs. And then we move to a question, which is, can I really do this? Is this even going to be possible? So questions are where we really need to spend our time focusing on. I'm not going to do that today, but if you can learn to master questions, it's unbelievable the impact it can have, because it can shift your focus, it can shift your outcome, it can shift the results that you get in your life, and it can shift your internal communication. So as a quick exercise over the next couple of days, as you're going through and you find yourself in a situation where you're having a conversation externally, internally, or you see something, ask yourself, where am I on the spinning wheel and what blocks are coming up? Just try it. It's a very, very powerful process.